everybody, how's it going? This is an iconic Muncie M20 4-speed transmission, except this is what it looks like when you've completely taken it apart. And I took it apart because I am going to put it back together myself. Now, I could have paid to ship this thing out and have it rebuilt for like 1,500 bucks, but I have this thing that I do. If the thing that I can buy costs the same as it would cost someone else to rebuild it, then I will spend the money on the thing and do it myself, because either way I'm out the money, and by doing this I'm going to get all the information and all the knowledge of how to put one of these back together, something that I have never done before. And there are a lot of parts in this thing, and I'm going to walk through them right now and take a look at what I found inside this Muncie that I bought off Facebook Marketplace. So these are all the parts of a Muncie. Once you've taken it apart, there are about 68 major pieces that you're going to have to deal with and try and get to fit back into this magical little puzzle box. And this is the main case of the Muncie, which makes the Muncie super cool because it is made out of cast aluminum, solid cast aluminum, which makes it really light and also really strong. So, you cut weight off your car, it makes it go faster. This is solid cast aluminum. The mid plate is solid aluminum, and the tail housing and the side cover. So lots of aluminum on there. Everything else is not aluminum because that's what's taking all your power. So you've got the fourth gear with the input shaft, and then third gear, second gear, and first gear. And it's kind of cool when you lay them out, you can actually see how they differ in size. And that's what makes the mathematical magic happen when you're shifting gears and having different ratios and things like that. Then you've got the counter gear. That's this big honking thing here that lines up underneath all these gears as you're shifting. Starts putting things in alignment. Let's see, what else do we got? You got the reverse gear, reverse idler gear, forward reverse idler gear, speedometer drive. It's here. Oop. That goes on the main shaft. That's this big, huge thing here. Everything stacks on this. So the reverse gear goes back here, and then all the other parts stack on here. So like the hubs, so the hubs will stack in here, one in the front, one in the back, and then your sliders, these go on either side, and that's what syncs up with the hubs and lets you change gears. So it's just really cool to see how all these pieces fit together as you take it apart. Synchro rings, so these are also part of this assembly, but they go on the gears like this and act like a little clutch that get the gears moving and stopping. So let's see, what else do we got? Shift forks. So these things are toasted. They got a lot of wear on them. See where it's just completely taken down. So those are going to get replaced. We've got the shift combs. Those are fine. Let's see, what else do we have? Linkage arms, a whole bunch of bolts. I'm going to reuse all of those. The first gear bushing. And then there's just a whole bunch of little parts like the keys and the springs and things like that to hold everything together. So it's really not that many pieces. It's a lot of big parts, but they all have to be put back together exactly where they need to go and all shoved back in that box. So that's going to be my project probably in the next week or so, is to get rid of all the parts on here that are worn out and replace them with new parts. And I do have a rebuild kit, so that'll be the next video I do, is putting the new parts in and then getting everything back in the case so that I can go on to the next step, which is to add the gear vendor's overdrive to the back of this thing. So that's it for now. I just wanted to give an update and start getting moving on this thing, because we're heading into spring and summer will be here before we know it, and I need to get this thing in the car. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all later.